Hello. I am the Bunn, and this is the Bandless Bandcamp Friday stream. And let's see, I'm 1 minute early. I'm 1 minute early, which is great because I'm usually 1 minute late or 2 minutes late. So today we're 1 minute early. The Bunn has the COVID. And yeah, I don't feel great. But this is an interesting thing. Like, it's much better than the first time I had COVID. But this second time, what's going on is I'm sleeping like a lot. And I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, so COVID equals sleeping, and the sleeping is so comfortable. The kind of sleeps that I'm having right now are just unbelievable. And I can just sit on that couch, like loafed out, and watch documentaries. And it's magical. I usually can't sit still. I usually like always want to be doing something. But yeah, this round of COVID is kind of nice. I feel like trash. My body really aches. And yeah, it comes in and out. I felt a lot better earlier, but right now I feel, I don't know, okay. Ed Sweetman is saying, by the way, hello, Ed Sweetman, Lamont Sutherland, and Thin as Memories. How are you guys? It's good to see you already in the stream. I decided to stream like 1 minute earlier today because I typically have been like a minute late or 2 minutes late for, the last like 20 streams. So yeah, making up for it. Titanosaur, good to see you. I hope you're well. In terms of today's live stream, what is going on? A bunch of you already know how it works, but if for some reason there's somebody who doesn't know how it works, we have a bunch of music that is either submitted by or found through the community. So sometimes I just find something that somebody I know did, and I'm like, oh, this is great, and I think my whole thing is like push up the people close to you, especially if they're doing, great work. I guess everyone's doing great work, but so it's not always submitted, but it's about half and half. But yeah, people submit tracks. We listen to what they made over the past month. We do this every month. It's Bandcamp Friday. Bandcamp Friday happens once a month on the first Friday of every month. And we just take a preview, or we do a preview of these tracks. We usually listen to the first minute or so. And sometimes I'll scrub through the track a little bit. If I know already that the track is really diverse and that there's a lot of exciting things happening and maybe people would be interested in knowing about it, I'll scrub through the track. It's disruptive, but the whole idea is like, oh, this is cool. You can go back and listen to it on your own time. And the stream itself is not like a radio show. So for anyone who is unaware of how it works, that's how it works. And we do it every Bandcamp Friday. So far this year for Bandcamp Fridays, I've hit every single one. Even the one that I missed, I was still here for it, but I had to cut it short and go play a show, and then I did the full stream the next day. So this year has been good for Bandcamp Fridays. Every official Bandcamp Friday, we've had an official stream, which is nice. Few more folks in the chat. I see a Synth Chris, a Bag of Schmidt. Really good to see you guys. Hope you're well. I was chatting with the Synth Chris in email earlier. Excellent connection. Okay. I hope it stays. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm on a hardwired connection here. And I've done all the things that are supposed to make it good. So I apologize, but we're back for now. Hopefully it stays. Apologies. So, Ed Sweetman says, hopefully I can get something done for next month. I hope you can too. I love your music, man. You really are doing your own unique thing. It's very interesting. And it's entertaining. Like, I really enjoy listening to it. Joyburn, what's up, guys? What's up, Joyburn? New track from Joyburn going to be dropping tonight, which is nice. I already previewed a little bit of it, and it's pretty fantastic. Well, I think it's fantastic. I don't want to influence what other people think. The whole point of this is if you find things you like, follow up with it and make new friends and all that cool stuff. So Bagger Schmidt says, looks like he gave his computer COVID too. Yeah, I think I did. El Paul, how are you? Good to see you. Titanosaur. I think I already saw Titanosaur in there, but still, hello again. Anyway, we're going to get into it. We're going to kick it off with the Synth Chris. I was saying earlier how Synth Chris has been beefing up. He's been working out. The Bunn has also been working out, but the Bunn is doing fitness, like cardio and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually getting thinner. I don't need to get any thinner, but I did put on a whole bunch of weight over COVID, and now I'm trying to kind of get that off and then kind of maybe get a little bit more muscular. But Synth Chris is going full buff, and this track proves it. So we're going to kick it off with Synth Chris because he deserves like just a big opening. Here we go. Bam. And do I have everything set? I do. Here we go. Very different. Excellent work, Synth Chris. You're constantly progressing, constantly doing new stuff. I dig that. It's like pretty bouncy, like a lot of it. I'm normally not a guy who likes the bouncy stuff, but it's fun. It's a fun track. Strange how like you can have a track that's like so fun but still so heavy. But yeah, fun track, dude. Excellent work. And let's switch it back here. I'm not 100% with it, so I'm slow. Just so we know what's going on here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 tracks today. No shortage of tracks, which is always nice. Yeah. What'd you guys think of Synth Chris's track? You don't have to be nice just because I'm asking, but I'm just curious. Development of a Void. I am the Bunn. How are you, man? Good to see you in there. Any new tracks coming together for Development of a Void? I know that like the last track that you shared, it was a very involved track, meaning it probably took a long time to put it together and whatnot. So no pressure. I'm not trying to push like when's the new track coming, but like I'm curious what you got going on for writing. Like, are you planning to do I'm sure everyone's always planning to do more, but is there more music actually in the wing? Let me know in the chat here. Titanosaur says yes. Development Avoid says nice, Chris. Toe tapping fun. Yeah, it's strangely toe tapping. Ed Sweetman says right on. Great voice. Yeah, the voice is all over, like all the voices. It's got the heavy voice. It's got the singy voice. It's got the kind of emo voice. The more, I guess, top, like Ray Gun, not Ray Gun. What was that magazine? Can't remember. Anyway, alternative press, that sort of alternative press, you know, emo-ish kind of thing. Anyway, cool. Like a lot of cool things going on. Damn, just cut the last half of that. Sounded sick. The tracks, I always share the links into the chat. Those of you who've been here before will know this, but if you're new, I always share the links. If for some reason you notice that I forget a link, let me know in the chat, because occasionally I get caught up in conversation and forget to share the link. So if you notice that to be the case, let me know. Anyhow, we're going to move on to the next track here, and this is from Chiasmuth. And this is a pal of the Chris, you know, out of Washington, D.C. Wait, I don't know if it's Washington, D.C. Maybe he's from Washington, because Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast and Washington, the state, is on the West Coast. Canadians, I'm a Canadian. I don't, you know, I'm not tight on these details. Anyway, no stranger to the Bandless streams. Another solo creator, does everything himself. If I didn't mention that part, usually we're sharing stuff by people who've done everything or the majority of the work themselves, written it all, recorded it all, produced it all, did the graphics, da 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 da. It doesn't have to be that way. It could be a band, but that's the whole less in Bandless. You know, I don't know if it's a clever name or not, but it's definitely not obvious. But that's what's going on. So we're going to listen to this one. You know what I just noticed? I didn't reset the gain. Almost played that without the gain reset. And the gain today is 7.1. Is oddly satisfying. And the reason I say oddly satisfying is because there's not a lot of definition in it, right? And I think typically we think about music as, you know, a lot of music that we think of as like, I don't know, good or satisfying or like, you know, impressionable or whatever. It's usually comes with something that is more articulate, I think, commonly. But I'm not saying this is not articulate, but the articulation is carried out in a completely different way. And it's very gnarly, very gnarly, and very satisfying. I normally am not a listener of this kind of stuff, but I particularly like this track. Very impressed. Hand blender guitar tone, Lamont says, yeah. Totally awesome. I'm going to reset the gain while I'm here. Might as well, right? The gain is 7.1. I guess minus 7.1. What are the dudes saying here? Next Bandcamp Friday. Development of Void saying next Bandcamp Friday, it'll have something for me, or for us. A couple of tracks indeed. Oh, a couple. Okay, nice. Something to consider in terms of like being at the beginning. You can do it any way you want, but like if you space out, like even if you drop 2 tracks on Bandcamp, you can make one of them hidden for like 2 weeks, drop one, and then drop the other one. Or you could do it over the month, whatever, and drop them both on Bandcamp Fridays, but then they'll be together as a final release. And the reason why I suggest stuff like that, like I say, this is not like, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do it, but something to consider is it's difficult when you release multiple pieces of music and nobody knows you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to listen to only the first track and just skim it. And a few people will listen to the whole thing, but if you release them spaced out, more attention will be given to each track. It's not always the case, of course, you know, it's not a rule, but this seems to be the case. In my own life of releasing music, I've seen the numbers confirm it. But yeah, once you get a bit bigger or whatever, then you can release EPs and whatnot, and people will listen to more of it. But I just think your music's interesting enough that it's worth kind of spacing it out so that it gets the attention that it deserves. Well, deserves. I'm not trying to put anyone on a pedestal or whatever, but you know what I mean. Like, you put a lot of effort into it. It'd be great if people who were actually interested in it could actually, sit through enough of it on a quick listen, kind of like this or whatever, to get a taste of it and then be able to go back to it or whatever. The internet's funny in terms of music listening. So yeah, a lot of love for the Chiasmus record, or track that we played. It's a whole 9 songs, but Joyburn, or sorry, not Joyburn, Bag of Schmidt is like, oh hell yeah, grimy. Yeah, it's super grimy. It's very satisfying. Joyburn saying Maximum Evil. It's got an awesome bass riff later too. It's so sick. Yeah, see, that's the thing about like just listening to clips, is like sometimes we miss like the best parts, but at the same time, like if it does grab you, it's like, how does that end? So hopefully people carry through and listen to the rest of it. El Paul, drummer, is busy on this track. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. It's chaos. But I think it's perfectly what it needs to be. Just madness, like a sine wave of evil. And Darlington's saying he's here, but he's at work. Where are you working tonight, Darlington? I don't know. Is it night where you are? Like, I assume that you're from New York and it's night in New York. It would be the exact same time as it is here. But maybe you're not. And Titanosaur, the stacking method. Oh, right. The stacking method is this release schedule that I'm talking about. I didn't know it had a name. Thank you, Titanosaur. Helps with Spotify numbers too, which means you get pushed out to more ears. Yeah, I think it just kind of makes sense. There's so much music being released that when you release, you can still release a whole record, but if you can release that record in a sequence, it's more likely to, each track get some play. Oh, sweet. Pre-ordered it. Yeah, this is a pre-order album. Is it going to be a physical release? I can't tell. No, pre-order digital album. That's it. Okay. Digital is fine with me. That's all I do. I guess I did a record this past winter, but not a record, but like a 7-inch this past winter. But yeah, I rarely do physical. I might do more physical in the future, but who knows? Night show at the theater. Ah, cool. Are you in the show? Do you run the tech on the show? Or do you do the like sort of table service or ushering? Or you don't have to answer. I'm just curious. You know, I'm just talking. By the way, how do you guys? Does my voice seem lower? You know, usually when I get excited, when I hear new music that's awesome, I talk in a higher voice. But I've noticed lately that my voice is very low because my throat's all, schmazzled from the illness. Anyway, resetting the game. We got it. We're going to move on to the next one. This is Mechanical Impact by Bag of Schmidt and another solo creator. Bag of Schmidt does also collaborate with people, often collaborates with vocalists. I believe Bag of Schmidt also does a thing with like a band type of stuff. I don't know the full story of Bag of Schmidt, apologies, but you can let us know in the comments. How do you do this stuff exactly, and sort of what is your musical repertoire? I'm pretty sure you do other things that are with other people and whatnot. And I guess, how open are you to like collaborating and stuff? I guess it depends. Everyone wants to be kind of specific about their collaborations. Anyway, Darlington is saying sound op. Oh, amazing. Sound operator at the theater, night show at the theater. Awesome. That's a cool job. Not that it has to be a cool job, sometimes the job that pays the bills is the coolest job in the world. So yeah, no judgment or anything like that. But Bag of Schmidt saying still in the works with Phil in the demo phase still, and Bag of Schmidt, it will be most of these songs with his vocals and will be great. Yeah, I've heard some sort of teasers of some of that material because, pals with the Phil, and he hasn't given it all away, but he played a little bit for me, and I was like, whoa. It's awesome. So, without further ado, let's play some. Mechanical Impact is what is the release, and No Face is the track. Track, dude. Holy moly. Did I put the link in there? I did. Wow. What a roller coaster of fun. It's brutal too. So something that's going on in terms of like the mix or the mastering, it's more the mastering, I guess, that I really like, that I don't hear a lot. And it's something, I don't like it because I'm trying to do it as well. But it's something that I've been thinking about a lot more these days. I'm trying to master my final tracks so that they have that live sound, which is usually a compressor on, like when you go see a big concert through a huge PA, you can kind of hear the mix sort of pumping. It sounds like it's exploding. One of the most exciting things about seeing a show. I just went and saw on Sunday, I went and saw Devil Wears Prada and King, Fit for a King and Counterparts. It was a huge show. I'm not a fan of really any of those bands. I'm not a fan. Like I'm indifferent. A friend of mine had a ticket and I went, and Fit for a King sounded incredible, but it had that thing. Not only did they sound incredible, but they had that exploding sound, and it was just crushing. And I find your mix, the reason I bring it up is your mix, this is a recording on headphones on the internet, and it has that kind of character. And I really like it. I don't know if that's what you're going to do for the final thing, but I've been hearing more of it these days on certain DIY releases, and I'm really liking it. So anyway, what's going on in the chat here? El Paul, sick intro. Synth Chris, oh shit. El Paul, that's crazy. And Lamond, super sweet, absolutely disgusting. Joyburn says, reminds me of Igor a bit. I don't know Igor. I'm gonna have to check that out. Digging this, I can hear all the parts. It's chunky. El Paul, pure disgust. Yeah, it's just like, what a fun track. Development of a void. El Paul says, always wonder how people come up with such riffs. I think you just kind of like go for it. Like what, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you just go for it. Be like, it'd be cool if I just did something crazy here. It'd be cool if I did like a crushing breakdown here. I don't know. I could say the same about your music, El Paul. I would not be able to write the music you make. It's like, I find it extremely sophisticated. Bagger Schmidt says Igor is great. Okay, I gotta listen to Igor. Don't know it. Do tell. So we're gonna move on here. What time is it? 8:30. I'm feeling way better. I think it's just like just the energy of hanging out with people and listening to crushing tunes. I feel amazing right now. It might not last though. Fingers crossed. So let's go down here. And this next one is from the Cosman. This is a different one for the Cosman. The thing that's interesting about the Cosman has been involved in the Bandless community and kind of, he's got a YouTube channel as well and all these things. He does a lot of repair and sort of tech work, and builds kit amps, modifies and fixes amplifiers, all these sorts of things. Makes like DIY reactive speaker load boxes, all these cool things on his YouTube channel. And he makes music. And he always makes like something very different. And this is the same this time. And this was put out, this was done for a label somewhere in his area, I guess, Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, so this is not on his own channel. And yeah, very different once again. So this is from the Cosman. If you're not seeing in the info there right away, the Cosman is Mr. Greg Cerenzia. Am I saying it right? Cerenzia. I think that's Italian. Maybe not. Maybe it's Portuguese. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know much about anything. We're going to play this track. Big guitar sounds. Giant guitar sounds. I think it's real amps. This is 2014. And usually you can hear those. Not to say that you can't get that sound with modelers, but like it just has that real amp sound. Might not be. I could be wrong. But that is a jam from the Cosmen a little while ago, 2014. Because sometimes we play tracks that we've never played from people before, because that's what we do. And where's my... here we go. Did I reset the gain? I did not. You'd think I'd learn by now. -7.1. I wish you could type the gain setting in. Interesting build-up, very catchy lead. That lead is superb. Yeah, it's just a good feeling jam. It's like a reinterpretation of an existing track, instrumental, obviously, of it. Kick, the kick is big. The thing that really struck me with that one is the guitars. The heavy guitars are so massive, which is a hard thing to do. I've been messing around with Vens these days, like live, and we did a rehearsal a couple days ago, and what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Vans, big guitar sound. Yeah, it's like it's hard to get like a big-ish guitar sound with that. I guess it shouldn't be a big guitar sound because Vans is like fast and all that kind of stuff. So if it's too big, it'll get in the way of the blast beat. But I just noticed how small my guitar tone was, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. I need to talk to the Cosman. Here we go. Gain is reset, and we are moving on. And this one is from our good buddy Al Paul. Al Paul, always crushing our faces in with riffs, and I previewed a little bit of this one. And I'm going to leave it up to you to decide. Here we go. Played it all the way through because it's like just barely over a minute. I think this is more of a demo, judging from the way it kind of cuts off. Excellent riffs, excellent writing, very exciting, very, very fun. I don't know, fun isn't the right word, but like I feel it very exhilarating. Excellent work, Al Paul. As always, you are not a false god. You are a god. Awesome work. Excellent work. Yeah, just a demo. I figured it's killer demo, dude. Very cool. I'm not trying to sway anyone. I'm not trying to sell anyone on it. I'm just like cool stuff. Development of Void, Baggerschmidt, solo, There Go My Guts. Development of Void, love the aesthetic as well. Yeah, the xenomorph kind of flavors that are going on with all of that. This gives me that Celise vibes. I don't know Celise. I'm going to have to check that out. Cool. And quite Thali, but like, I feel like L. Paul's found his own voice in the whole Thal thing, which I think is hard to do. But yeah, very cool. Definitely it makes me want to hear more. Yeah. Excellent work, sir. We are moving along. I got to reset the game. I already reset the game. Look at that. Holy jumping. I didn't reset it because the key or the tune just ended. Didn't have to do the tasteful fade. So let's move on here. This one comes to us from Dr. Keys, Mr. Matthew Keys, a Toronto local. I know this guy. I used to play in a power pop kind of band, trio, and similar to, I don't know what it would be similar to. Sloan. Do you guys know what Sloan is? I think only people in Canada know what Sloan is. Anyway, I had a band like that, and that band played a lot of gigs and played a lot of shows with Mr. Dr. Keys. Mr. Doctor? But anyhow, we are going to play his track. This is more in the songwriting realm of things, so we're going to take it down a notch.
Can see it on my face. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I could write a trilogy. Information overload. It's information overload.
A track feels good. The last few tracks that I've heard by Mr. Keys have been pretty classic, which is nice. Something that I've been really into lately. I don't know. Maybe this is because I'm 51 now. I don't know. But I've taken a big appreciation for more classic music, classic rock. Not classic rock, the genre, but rock that is classic rock from yesteryear. And one of the things I like about it is that it's not perfect, and the vocals feel real. And there's just something about that I connect with, that I like. Modern music and the perfect singing, that it's like it's all corrected and whatnot with the auto-tune. I don't identify with it. I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm not trying to, I'm not coming from the perspective of like everything that's new sucks. Like I'm just not that guy. But I really have a big appreciation for just like real band stuff. And yeah, very enjoyable track. Very classic vibes. And the link is in there. Groovy, catchy. Some Dr. Feelgood vibes. Yeah. I feel like this is, in a way, I feel like I'm in a way cooler time period of human history. Yeah. Interesting, hey? Where things were a little more honest, so to speak. Not to say that they're fake now from, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. I'm going to just stay out of it. I really like that. Giving me T-Rex vibes. I dig it. Yeah. Classic, very real, very wholesome, very fulfilling. Like, I'm very fulfilled listening to that. And what's cool is it's got that classic vibe, that classic sound, but it's a whole new thing that I've never heard before, you know? Because it's hard to find stuff that was done a long time ago in that way that I've never heard. I've heard most of it because not a lot of records were made. That's just the way she goes. I'm still on the little camera. Got to go back up to the big camera. All right, we're moving along here to how I see you. I once saw myself. You see me, you too shall see yourself. I like it. I don't know, Joyburn, if you. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Here we go. Bottom right. So this is a track by Joyburn. Joyburn's no stranger to the stream. I don't know if you I don't know how old you are. And it I don't mean it that way. I don't know if you're aware of the sort of first wave of metalcore, Poison the Well and all that. I think Poison the Well's from Florida, pretty sure. But those kinds of bands, there was a moment back then where the titles were epically long, and I loved it. It was so different, and for it's not surprising actually, but the thing about a long title is there's so much in it. So you're what does it mean? It's another opportunity to be really creative, go deeper. Maybe, at least to me, it seems that way. But track by Joyburn, and we are going to smash this one right now. Awesome. Another banger from Joyburn. Man, that relentless blast off the top. There's so many. It's not all about the blast. It's just the blast really sticks out because it's relentless. It's straight. There's not a lot of fills. There's no fills. It's pretty much, there's cymbals, accents and whatnot, but it's just relentless blasting. And the way that the blast is crafted is really tasteful. I like that it's a scissor blast, or at least it sounds like a scissor blast. It's not like a death metal blast or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with death metal blasts. There's something very punk, very energetic about a scissor blast. very, I don't know, real, wholesome. But yeah, the change, the way the transition into the change, just like really kind of surprising and interesting. Very cool. Yeah, been amazing to watch your journey, dude. Lamond, let's see here. Oh, lots of comments here. Hell yeah, more evil shit. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I didn't realize that there was a Discord. Yeah, it's very very discordant. Which brings up another factor: the chord progression throughout the whole blasting section. I really appreciate that chord progression. It's quite sophisticated and interesting and atypical. Nice work. And Synth Chris, so blast beat time, Lamont, true cult type beat. Joe Carter, there is a Discord server where people submit these tracks for the stream. Oh, Joe Carter, right. Oh, I gotcha. There's a Discord, right? I can put the link in the Discord, but if you want to join the Discord, the Bandless Discord, it's a great group. I don't spend a lot of time there just because my life is a hustle, but I'm there sometimes, and there are a lot of really cool people who are there, and it's very helpful whenever you want to know something, and if you want to share your tracks, or if you want to get some insight into a recording technique or something like that. Like, it's just helpful, and people are cool. What do we got here? Where do I find the link? Oh yeah, invite people. That button. Copy. Here we go. What? Here we go. Bam. So many windows open right now. I can't even tell you. Here we go. Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, you can join it right now through that link. That link does expire. So if you'd like to join and participate and just be part of a cool community, would love to have you. El Paul, holy crap, that was unexpected. Atmospheric clean guitar over heavy riff always gets me, Lamont says. Joy Burns says, thank you guys. Yeah, dude, excellent work. And Joe Carter, please do. Seems like a cool community. Oh, yeah. Yeah, click that link, Joe Carter. We'd love to have you, man. Like I say, it's a chill place, cool people, and people are helpful. You know, there's no jerks. Strict no jerks policy. No jerks and no weirdos. Well, I guess we're all weirdos. We make pretty weird music in comparison to the mainstream, I suppose. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and, go to the big camera and change my thing here. What do we got? It's 8:52. I feel so good right now. This stream literally has really pumped me up. I wonder if I'm going to crash hard afterwards. Right. Okay. Here we go. We got it queued up. Our gain is good. We got 3 more in here, and gain is not good. Good thing I checked. Here we go. 7.1. All good. So this next one is coming to us from Titanosaur. And this is a collab with Echoes or from Echoes by Titanosaur. So let me understand what's going on here. The Ghosts Are Calling from Echoes by Titanosaur. So is Echoes a new project and Titanosaur is sort of the... Please explain. I want to know because the Swamp Crew, there's information here. Swamp Crew, you can join now to receive the new music. The Swamp Records releases. Oh, this is you got a label going. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to know what the story is on this, in terms of this. Echoes by Titanosaur. Please do fill us in. Solo guitar by Anthony. Echoes is the album name. Okay, great. So let's play this bad boy. Here we go. Titanosaur, no stranger to what's going on. I don't know if anyone else noticed this. I don't know if anyone else is a fan of this kind of thing. But once the drums do come in, like the acoustic kit comes in the beginning, and there's that sort of that cycling, chugging part. If anyone noticed, like there's no snare drum, and the kind of the cycle of the loop is just kicks and cymbals and whatnot, and but it still holds together like a beat. And I don't know. I'm fond of ideas like that. They're so simple, but like you almost never hear stuff like that. And I thought that was cool. Am I being too geeky right now? Like, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I like the chunk factor, and yeah, good groove. Submissions. Joe Carter is asking if there's submissions are still open. You can try. Like I don't have anywhere to be. I'm sick as a dog, and after this, I'm just gonna lay down on that couch and watch UFO documentaries. So, and I can't wait to do nothing but lay down. It's gonna be amazing. So, yeah, I got nowhere to go. So submit your thing. You can submit it to just the general tab, if you like, or the call to submissions tab. We're going to shut it down sometime after 9 o'clock, but if you get it in there and we can get a spin in, that would be cool. So yeah, no pressure, but yeah, give it a shot. Here we go. All right, what's next? We got potentially 3 more. Oh yeah, this is a nice track. So, how's our gain? Our gain needs to be reset. You don't need to see me do these things. Here we go. All right, and Dust Talk Bottom. Am I there? Yeah. This was submitted to us via Lamont Sutherland, and this is a pal of Lamont, or a person that Lamont finds interesting. I'm not exactly sure what the relationship is, but he's fond of this artist in some way for whatever reason, whether it be personal or just like from a distance as a fan. I'm not sure, but it was submitted by him. And as we all know, at least if you're a regular, Lamont's interest in music is very interesting and very, I I don't know. There's a depth to his. Not to say that there isn't a depth to other people's interests in music, but like he just travels a different road, and it's always very interesting, and it kind of makes me think about music differently, which I appreciate. So this track was submitted by him, and I previewed a little bit of it, and it's interesting, and I hope you dig it. The name of the artist is Vresos. It's right here. It's Finn, so I don't know if I'm saying anything right. Hypna, like these letters could be pronounced completely different ways. I don't know. I'm not Finn. Who's Finn? Who can read this stuff? But let's play the track. It's amazing. All right. It's amazing. It's up to you. Yeah, I'm really into this. Like really, really into this. It really took me by surprise. It's interestingly very heavy for not being heavy music. You know, it's got a very similar kind of weight to it that heavy music has. And the composition is very interesting. The loop, the percussion loop is not a type of percussion loop that I think I've ever heard before. Yeah, interesting. And I put a message in there for you, Joe. Yeah, it's only Bandcamp Friday. It's Bandcamp Friday, so we're doing only Bandcamp links. We only do Bandcamp links, and there's a couple reasons for that. The big one is that Bandcamp is a thing that really allows people to, what do you call it? To support you in ways that no other platform really does. Not to say that everyone sees like an incredible amount of support, like not to say that it's guaranteed, but the potential is there. And the key with all of it, as with all things, is to just do it, keep doing it over and over and over again. You know, there's a reason why most success stories are 10 years long, or longer, or you hear about 10,000 hours and all that kind of stuff. So it takes a while for things to really catch on, but Bandcamp is a fantastic platform for people to kind of interface with you in a way that is like a true artist fan kind of relationship. And I really love it. I really love it as an artist, but also as a fan. I think it's a phenomenal platform. It's where I get all my music. So, yeah, Bandcamp only links. That's a long way to say that. Joe Carter saying, this is super interesting. Stoked that you dig it. Yeah, it's like sometimes music like this is like really kind of over some people's heads, which is fine. But when people like stuff like this, when people can dig it, I get kind of stoked because I'm like, this is There's a totally wild old Alan Holdsworth type guitar solo toward the end. Oh shoot, I love Holdsworth. The 4-finger legato, like true legato, like he hammers back. Like it's all hammers. There's no pull-offs with Holdsworth, which is, I don't know if you've ever practiced that. Maybe you have it on lockdown, but like for myself, I decided to practice that for a little while and it just never really came together. And I was like, pull-offs for me, Mr. Bluesman. 4 a.m. in Ukraine and 2 a.m. wherever Joe Carter is. Joe Carter, are you in Europe? England, something like that? 2 hours, 2 a.m. Not sure. What time would it be? Anyway, I get you. I've made more money from Bandcamp from my music in the last year than I have in 5 years on YouTube and Spotify combined. That's probably the same for most, I reckon. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's exactly the story for me and most of the people I know. Dr. Keys says he digs the track, and Joe Carter says it's hard, man. I am in England. It's hard as in getting the music thing to work. Yeah. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be awesome. You know, I think it's good that it's hard. It's frustrating that it's hard at the beginning. But if you just kind of like push away, you're like, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if I ever get there because I love to do it. But I'm going to try and get there, you know? And when you kind of go in that direction, something happens. You know, you might not blow up, but something happens. Something has happened for me. Like I've had some phenomenal success by my measure, beyond what I ever thought I could do by myself. And it's been evidence to say, oh, potentially it could be even more than that, which is fantastic. It's very exciting to know that possibility is there, and gives me the sort of energy and spirit to go after it. So yeah. And Dr. Keys, I've made $148 on Bandcamp in the past 3 years. Oh my gosh, you gotta do it. You gotta work it a little bit different. Joe Carter, I was referring to the Holdsworth legato, but yeah, you're right there too. Oh, the Holdsworth legato. You're hard. It's hard. Yeah. It's so difficult. Like I kind of got it at a slow speed, but there's no point to it at a slow speed. I guess I could make it faster, but I don't have any desire to shred either. So I usually turn my attention to other things. Anyway, I'm complaining about things that there's no reason to complain. Reset the gain. We got another track. What time is it? 9:06. Okay, we got one more here. Who's this? Darlington. Mr. Darlington. He's been doing this series, you know, of this like video game music or animated series music. I never get it right. He uploaded this on his lunch break. You know, stuff's about to go down when this plays. Uploaded this on my lunch break. Oh, I don't think I'm on the... Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it on the screen. Great. What a funny guy. So he's at work, and he uploaded this track while he was at work. Amazing. So we're going to take a listen to Darlington's track, No Stranger to the Stream. Darlington... very interesting composer, multi-instrumentalist, solo guy, very bandless. Here we go. Darlington, comeback demo. Whoa, shorty. Majorly shorty. Excellent work. I was not, whatchamacallit? I was not ready for that. Nice. Okay. Well, that's our whole list for the evening. What do we got here on the Synth Chris? You taking off? Good to see you, man. Excellent track, and I'm stoked for the whole release. It's going to be a part of a bigger album, from what I understand. So yeah, keeping an eye out for that. El Paul is saying it's due o'clock, meaning the later it is, the more you should do. But yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to shut it down. I'm kind of gassing out here, and I can't wait to just like lay on that couch and yeah, be a sick guy and watch TV. I'm going to watch documentaries about UFOs. I just love the UFO topic so much. I hope you guys are well, and I hope you enjoyed this installment. A lot of really great tracks, and yeah, it just seems like every single one of these we do is a banger these days. So yeah, thank you for submitting your tracks, and I hope to see more tracks by you in the future. The next one is on the first Friday of November. Let's take a look at the calendar to see what day that is. That's a third, November 3rd. We're going to be doing this again. I will probably not have COVID. And yeah, I look forward to hearing your new tracks. And I hope you have an amazing week, weekend, month, all of those things. And welcome, Joe Carter. I hope you get into that, whatchamacallit, into the Discord, and that we hear some more stuff. Start your Bandcamp up, or upload this new track to Bandcamp. We'll play it on the next one, no problem. And yeah, everyone, have an amazing night. I'm getting out of here. I feel like trash. So be well.